I thought I'd do a quick demo on the Christmas cats on a branch. I've been asked so many times for this one. So we'll do a quick video on this. This is using a 15cm square card. What I'm going to be using today is Memento Nautical Blue, Paris Dusk. If I need to darken it a bit more, I'll use a bit of Tuxedo Black. For the main stamping, I'll be using VersaFine Clair Nocturne, or if you have VersaFine Onyx Black, the original one, that's absolutely the same, so no problem, you can use them. I've got my Cats on the Branch stamp. I'm going to be using just a blue blending brush. I'm going to use the medium circle from the Sun Moon Circle stencils that we do. I've got my Signo White Pen, a white acrylic pen, a red pen just for colouring the Santa hats in. I've got a quicker glue pen and some glitter, or if you've got stickles or anything like that, you can use that glitter glues. So I hope you join me and we'll get on and make the card. So the first thing I'm going to do is just place my moon mask where I'd like it. So I'm just going to pop it slightly to one side, because this is also where we'll stamp the Santa as well. So I'm going to start off with Nautical Blue, and with the blending brushes you just need one per colour group, so one for all my blues. I'll just take a bit of excess off because I just want to do this very pale round the edge and work my way to getting darker. So all we're going to do is just keep adding some colour. And then obviously we'll stamp over the background. So whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to move now into the Paris Dusk, the darker blue. And while I just blend the background, we'll just whiz forward a bit as well. Don't try and cover all the centre in, because I want it to look as though it's the clouds with the moon. So as I said, sometimes you need to just darken your blue down a bit. So I want round my edges here where the branches are going to come from slightly darker. So what I'm going to do is just take some black, which will just tone this down now. And you can always come in afterwards if you feel you need it a bit darker in any other areas after you've done your stamping. And then just add a bit more back over. Just get the top edge. Even though this is my blue brush and I've used black on it, all I'm going to do is just with a damp cloth is just wipe over just to get rid of any of the remaining black, and it'll just take it back to blue then. So that's the base card now, and we'll take off the moon mask. To tone the moon down, I'm just gonna, just with a slightly damp cloth, is just come in and just make a little bobble at the end there. I'm just going to pick some off the brush, what's left on there. And I'm just going to just randomly just dab over the moon. Okay, so that just gives us just a bit of effect in the moon. So what I'm going to do now is get my stamping platform and we'll start to stamp the images. So we've got the stamps, and in case you didn't know, all Inkylicious stamps are made by ourselves here in our own workshops. So all we're going to do is peel the main image and place it where we'd like. Then I'll pick the image up. I'm using VersaFine Clair Nocturne. The reason I use a stamping platform for this part is because obviously if you do miss any areas, you can at least go back and re-stamp it. So just allow the ink to transfer. Okay, so we're going to just pop a bit more here in the middle. So now we have our cats over the moon. Right, so I've just cleaned my stamp off. I'm just going to extend this branch here. So all I'm going to do is just take it to the edge of the ink pad. And if you do get anywhere you don't really want any, then you can always just wipe it with a cloth. Okay, so now we've extended the stamp out. So again, I'm just going to wipe this off. I'm going to start concentrating with the other end of the branch now. And the thing you have to watch here is don't catch the end of the tail. So what we can do is just start filling in the branches more. So we'll put a branch coming up this way. It's up to you just how many of these that you'd like to do, but you can always just fill in any areas. Rotate and turn your stamp so you'll get different effects. See there, I've just caught the cat at the edge, so we'll just take that off. And fill in any little areas that you want. This part now is just to give it a little bit of depth, so I've stamped off and then we'll just stamp a bit paler in the background. So these give you the idea that these are behind the other bushes. And I think that now is okay for me. So you can see how we've got some darker and lighter ones. So I'm going to give this a blast over with a heat gun, as it's an oil-based pigment ink, so I just want it to dry. So I'm going to give it a quick blast over and then we'll come back and start to add the snow on the branches and everything. I know what you're thinking. No, we haven't finished stamping yet. We haven't done the Santa sleigh. Now the Santa sleigh, you can shape it on your block as well. So you can keep it, you can bend it to say going upwards, downwards. So I'll just pop this on and I'm just going to just give it a slight little tilt upwards as though it's swooping through the sky. Again, just allow that ink to transfer off. Right, so I've got just a red pen. So all I'm going to do is just colour in the hats. So we've got red hats. I'm going to use the Signo Uniball pen just to add snow effects along the branches. So just think about where snow would naturally sit on a branch. In the crevices, along the top edges. You don't have to do every branch. Okay, so that's the snow applied. So all I'm going to do now is just with a quickie glue pen is again just go over some of the areas that you've already gone on, and all we're going to do is just add a bit of glitter. And we have nice, see we can see this nice sparkly Christmassy branches. So I'm going to stamp the Meowie Christmas, and it's up to you if you want to place them in line, above each other, to the side. Just grab the VersaFine Clair again. There we go. Meowie Christmas. So the last thing that we need to do now is just add the snow effect using the white acrylic pen. Because I don't want any snow over the cats as such, I've just torn a bit of my kitchen roll, and all I'm going to do is lay that over there, and I'll pop my mask back on over my moon. Then just something to tap your pen with, and again just make sure that you do have some ink at the bottom of it. The harder you tap it, the bigger the splats will be. There we go. I'll blot that one up because I want to be able to read those. If you want, you can, as I did on my original card, you can always just pop a little bit of snow in the where it will collect. So what we'll do is I'll blast that over just to dry the acrylic ink, and then we'll mat and layer it up. So we'll just remove the tape. And there we have your cats on a branch at Christmas. Thanks for watching. See you soon.